Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the prediction for December 2016 for the sign of Capricorn. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. You can also subscribe to my newsletter, which is www.tinyletter.com/dunyazade. Every month I pick a winner for a free written tarot reading done by me, and the choice of that winner is made among those who have subscribed to my newsletter. So Capricorn, let's go to your reading. First we'll have the very general astrological analysis for the month of December 2016, and then we'll have the tarot prediction. So the full moon happens on the 14th of December at 22 degrees of Gemini, and then the new moon happens on the 29th of December at 7 degrees and 59 minutes of Capricorn. In your case, Capricorn, this full moon in Gemini happens on your 6th house, and it has generally good aspects. It only has an opposition with Saturn in the 12th house. So I would say that this full moon is generally positive. It depends from person to person and from chart to chart. Full moons mean could be culminations or endings. Again, it depends. In your 6th house, it could be that after a few interviews, you land the job, you have the job, and around the 14th of December, you start this job. So you have new co-workers, new bosses. It could be like something like that. If it's not having a new job or ending a job, it could be ending a job, and so you can start a new one. Or not necessarily. You can end the job. Some could end the job because you're gonna go and retire, something like that. Or you can end temporarily a job because you have health issues and you need to deal with them before returning to that job. Or you can have, something happens with where you work. You could be promoted. You could have like a new position, a new manager position, or something like that. Or co-workers could leave, or new co-workers could arrive, and that's the process of choosing those new co-workers has ended, and now you have new colleagues. It could be like the ending of a health situation. Maybe you're ill, you were sick, because the 6th house is also connected with health. And finally, around the 14th of December, everything is okay, everything is cool, and you've managed to overcome this health issue, whatever it was. Or it could be that finally, if you have been sick and you had no idea what it was, Capricorn, around the 14th of December, finally you have a diagnosis and you can start to deal with this health issue. And then the new moon on the 29th of December, is at almost 8 degrees of Capricorn in your 1st house. Again, to me, it seems like generally a good, positive new moon. New moons are new beginnings. It's a new beginning in your life. It could be a new job, for instance. It could be something to do with your health, habits. A new beginning in your life could be something like it could be you starting a new job, for instance. You could be changing the way you eat. You have a new type of diet. You could be adding exercise or changing the type of exercise you do, again, for health reasons. Whatever it is, this new beginning in your life, you might have to revise it. Maybe you need a paper, a document that needs to be delivered to someone for whatever reason, or a document hasn't arrived in its proper time. Something about this new beginning needs to be revised somehow. But generally, I would say this is a very positive new moon as well. Now, going next to your tarot prediction, I'm going to analyze, Capricorn, 7 areas of your life, and it's going to be beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. And I'm going to use the Russian tarot of St. Petersburg, which is cute, and I'm going to ask you to pick one symbol, okay? I'm going to show you the symbols, and I'm going to ask you to pick one, and this will serve as a more personalized reading for you. So, dog, book, moon, stars, flowers, lilies, and ship. As you picked, I'm going to show you again, okay? Just pick one, not more than one. One. Lilies, dog, flowers, stars, moon, book, and ship. Okay, I'm going to shuffle so I don't know exactly which lands where. I'm going to place one of these symbols below each column, each area of your life which is going to be analyzed. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, let's see then. If you pick the symbol book, the first area of your life that's going to be analyzed is work. So this message is more for you if you picked book. In the beginning of the month, you have the Four of Cups. There might be some sort of offering that is coming your way. And I would say you're very excited to get it. Maybe excited, or you don't know exactly. You don't know if you should accept this work offer or an offer connected with work. It doesn't matter if you work for yourself or if you work with others. If you're not, if you are unemployed, if you are unemployed, this kind of can come out of the blue. So it's an offering coming your way. In the middle of the month, you have the Two of Clubs. So you kind of defining plans, and you are deciding about what new way to go. So there's like a big road in front of you, and you kind of have the courage to. You're still hesitant, but you will find in you the courage to choose between, maybe there's two things that you need to choose from, because this is the Two of Clubs. Choosing to be on this new road or choosing something else, but whatever it is, you'll have the courage to make this choice and to embark on this new adventure connected with work, connected with profession and job. At the end of the month, you have the Five of Clubs. This could be outside conflicts or inner conflicts. Why outside conflicts? Let's say that you have an offer to go work somewhere else, and maybe you talk to your bosses or your colleagues, someone is preventing you. Someone is posing trouble or causing trouble, and is maybe it's not happy with this decision that you're making. It could not exactly be the boss. It could be, for instance, someone in your family. Maybe you have to move down, and maybe someone in your family doesn't want to change schools or work or whatever. Or it could be inner conflict. You're deciding, should I really take this offer? I'm feeling there's stability now. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling okay in this job. Should I take the risk, or should I cause problems for others? It's more like an inner thing, an inner problem, and less like an outside conflict. It depends, from some natives it could be one thing, for others it could be another. The second area of your life which is going to be analyzed is connected with family. If you picked stars, then this message is particularly for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Seven of Coins. Someone in your family is pondering about something, is reflecting, is thinking about what will be his next step or her next step, or maybe your family is seeing you as the witness of this type of behavior in you. Okay? This decision might be again connected with something to do with finances, with money, with stability, with structure. And then in the middle of the month, you have the Four of Clubs. So some of you might be celebrating something like a marriage event, like a big celebration. Someone in your family is getting married. You're going to go and and see this couple getting married, or maybe someone is going to be baptized. It's like a big family celebration. It could be something else. It could be something like someone is 100 and you're all together to celebrate this. Or there's some sort of success in your life and your family is seeing that. Your family is celebrating the success that you just achieved in your life. And at the end of the month you have the Four of Swords, Capricorn. So like maybe someone in your family is sick, is ill, is in bed resting, and healing, recuperating, something like that. Or it's you. Maybe your family sees you as someone who's a bit ill, who's a bit sick. Maybe you had way too much fun at the end of the year, ate too much, drank too much, or maybe you are the one who's having inner conflicts about something to do with your work, and you're giving yourself headaches, or something like that. It could be something simple like you having the flu, and you have to, rest a little bit more. So there's many different ways of reading this. Moving on to the next part of your life, Capricorn, which is connected with luck and yearnings or desires. If you pick the symbol dog, this message is for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Swords, so there's some sort of healing in your life. There could be, for some, there could be a trip that might bring you good luck. There could be some sort of desire that healed, that came to life, that was fulfilled, and that desire being fulfilled behaved as healing for you. It healed you. There's a desire that by making itself real, it healed you somehow. Or it could be your desire is connected with some sort of health issue, and maybe you have the money to go abroad, for instance, to heal you. And finally, maybe you've didn't have the money before, but now you do, or the ability, or something happened that will allow you, some of you, to go, I'm saying abroad, but not necessarily, but to go on a trip that will help you heal, something to do with health. And it's kind of, you see it as a wish coming true, and you see it as good luck. I'm going to give you an example, okay? I'm not saying this will happen, okay? I'm just giving you an example, okay? Imagine that you needed a transplant, a liver transplant, because you had a very severe illness that affected your liver. You needed a transplant or you would die. And suddenly, in the beginning of the month, you get that call. We have a liver for you. And this will be the trip connected with healing that you see as great fortune. Well, it's great fortune for you, but not for the poor person who, But for you, it's wonderful, It could be something like that. I'm not saying it will be that, okay? Okay, I'm just giving you a scenario, okay? In the middle of the month, you have the World, which is completion, success. Again, it could be big luck coming your way. Big luck, great fortune that comes your way that completes a cycle in your life. Something like that. A big wish that you had that comes to completion, that is fulfilled. Or could even be like moving, or not exactly. It could be moving is part of good luck, is part of a long-held wish, and you get to fulfill it. Or it could be something like you win a trip to go and spend the Christmas, or even the more like Christmas, I don't know, in Hawaii or something like that. Like that's like the source of your great fortune. You've entered something like you entered a competition, and you were the one who won. You won a trip. You won like with all expenses paid to go and you and maybe others to spend your Christmas in another country, for instance. And at the end of the month, you have the Six of Coins. So it could be someone who's helping you out, and this because maybe you need help. And it's kind of lucky to have someone who will help you out. This could be friends, this could be family, this could even be an institution. But this help is not. It's maybe done with second intentions. So it's not helping you just for the sake of helping you. Okay, it's more. It might have like an ulterior intention. So you have to be aware of that. So it's a good thing that truly when you need someone to help you, you are lucky enough to have that. But you have to be aware of the other person's intentions, okay? Now, moving on to the next part of your reading, which is friendship. If you picked the symbol ship, this message is meant for you in particular. So, friendship. In the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Cups. So you're talking to a friend whom you've met, whom you've known for a very long time. This is a childhood friend. You're talking to him or her. Maybe you're talking about childhood. Maybe you're talking when you are surrounded by your kids. You know, you're talking to this person and both of you have kids and they are playing around. In the middle of the month, you have the Seven of Cups. So maybe a friend of yours needs to make a decision, and he or she doesn't know what type of decision to make. Maybe he or she thinks that every decision will be the good one, and you're seeing that maybe that's not the case. Maybe he or she is being very naive, or maybe it's a friend who is looking at you in that way. Maybe you need to make a decision, and you're very optimistic, and you don't understand, you don't realize that some decisions are good but others might not be good, and you need to be less naive, and your friend is the witness of this. At the end of the month, you have the Star. So maybe a friend of yours, maybe he or she is from the sign of Aquarius, not Capricorn, Aquarius, has great luck in his life or her life, has great success, has accomplished something big. A long-held desire is fulfilled by this friend of yours. Maybe he or she is published abroad. Maybe he or she is going to go abroad. Now, being abroad means he or she might, emigrate and go and work and live in another country, or something much more simple like going to spend the new year in another country, just for fun. It could be that as well. Now, moving on to the next part of your life, Capricorn, which is connected with love. If you have picked the symbol moon, this message is meant for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Nine of Swords. So maybe you're worried, very much worried about your spouse, about your boyfriend or girlfriend, about your partner. Maybe you're not getting along with him or her, or if everything is fine, maybe there's something happening in his life or her life, and that causes you worry. Could be something to do with profession, could be something to do with health, could be something to do with connections and the relationship that your partner has with his or her family, or their family. Or it could be if you're single, you're feeling very much like you're spending nights alone, being worried. Oh my God, I'm gonna be single forever. I'm not finding anyone. Oh my God, my life is awful. My love life is awful. Maybe something like that. It depends, okay? In the middle of the month, you have the Emperor. This to me tells me there's great stability and structure in your love life. So if you are with someone, this is not a fling. This is like a relationship that has been ongoing, and maybe some of you might decide to put the ring on it. Might decide to actually get married. It could be something like that. For others, this might represent you, or it might represent your partner, or the way your partner sees you, or the relationship itself. It could be that this relationship, even though it's very stable, it's not very romantic. It's a bit cold and maybe unemotionally, and it's more concerned with the stability of it and not, with the demonstration of love. It could be for some that the partner is very controlling, is very possessive, or the partner sees you as the person who's very controlling and very possessive. Um, if you're single, you might meet someone who might be from an Aries sign, and this person is very well established in his life or her life and has a great success in his professional life or her professional life, could even work for the authorities, have an authoritative type of role, like military role, police role, something like that. But this person might be very cold, not very emotional, and can be a bit controlling and possessing. At the end of the month, you have the Justice card, which to me is again another confirmation of some of you want to get married. You've been in a relationship for a while and you want to make it legal. Some of you are getting married. For others, it could be that whatever happens, if there's some sort of an event in your love life, this might be a karmic event. I don't know if it's positive or negative, but it's karmic. If you're single, you might meet someone, if you like dating casually or something like that. At the end of the month, you might meet someone who is a Libra. Or if it's not a Libra, it's someone who works for the judicial system, for the court, and has like something to do with courts. It could be a lawyer, a judge, a prosecutor, or someone who just works there. And then moving on to the next part of your life, Capricorn, which is to do with plans and goals. If you have picked the symbol flowers, then this message is specifically for you. And in the beginning of the month, you have the Eight of Clubs. This means that you're just moving on. Everything needs to be done fast, now, 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 now. If you have plans, if you have goals, everything needs to go now, 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 now. You are accomplishing it. It doesn't matter if you're alone or you work with others. Everything needs to be done now. There's this sense of urgency. In the middle of the month, you have the Knight of Swords, which is the same thing. It's like maybe a manager, someone who is above you, is urging everyone to just do this now. This needs to be done before the end of the month. Do it now, now, now. And this person is being very aggressive. So are you being very aggressive with charging in and fulfilling all the objectives? Everything that needs to be done before the end of the year. At the end of the month, you have the Seven of Clubs. To me, it means that maybe you are standing your ground and maybe you're saying to others, maybe to co-workers, look, you can do this fast or we can do this well. Maybe you're telling to co-workers, okay, we have to stop just charging forward and we need to double check and you need to make sure that things are done properly and with competence, because if we don't do that, things will be done badly and we'll have twice as much as work, and maybe your colleagues or the bosses above you are like saying no, just get this done, and you're standing your ground and saying no, I disagree, no, I'll take my time to make damn sure this is done properly. It could be that, or it could be that you have a certain plan for yourself, nothing to do with work. Or it could be work. It could be that you need to finish up something before the end of the year, and you bring work home and you tell your family, don't annoy me for 2 hours from 7 to 9. Don't annoy me. I need to get this done. And you're being very assertive with this, and maybe people are calling you mom, dad, can like little John is being mean to me, or your wife or your spouse is annoying, is like someone is on the phone and how do I do this? And you being very, look, I've told you before, this needs to be done, this project needs to be done before the end of the year. So it's 2 hours a day, don't annoy me for those 2 hours. If it's not connected with work that you do for your company, it's something that you want to do for yourself. You have this certain type of goal, and you have this conversation. You have to carve out time to accomplish this goal, or even to set up a plan. You have to carve out time from everything else that you need to do, and you have to be assertive, and you have to defend that time in that space. Okay, so now moving on to the last area of your life, Capricorn, which is the message from your higher self. If you've picked the symbol lilies, this message is just for you. So in the beginning of the month, you have, as a message from your higher self, you have a major arcana card. You have the devil. Ooh. I think your higher self is telling you, don't drink too much. If you do take drugs, don't do that. If you have any type of vices, don't do that. This is the time for you to get rid of vices. Vices could be anything. Could be smoking too much, could be drinking too much, could be something like drugs. It's the time to get rid of that. If you have a consistent type of thinking, a pattern of thinking which is consistently negative, your higher self is telling you stop doing that. Stop being in your head. Stop thinking that everything is an obstacle. It's like you're creating things which are not real. So also, you are a prisoner of your own thoughts. This is the time for you to change the way you think. If you are in a toxic relationship, your higher self is telling you, leave. Take steps to leave this relationship. Okay? So many different ways of reading this card. In the middle of the month, you have the Queen of Swords. So your higher self is telling you to be smart about something, to make a concrete plan, to make an intelligent plan, a long-term plan to deal with something, maybe with this, if it's a toxic relationship, if it's a vice, an addiction. Just be smart about it. It could be something to do with that, but it could be something else. But whatever it has to do with, be smart about it, be intelligent, make a long-term plan, be decisive, be unemotional. Do not let yourself be drowned in emotions. Just take the point of view of be rational and objective. Or if you cannot do this, go and talk to someone who is like this. This person might be it could be someone from your family, it could be a co-worker, colleagues, friends. Someone could be a man or a woman from an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or what is the last one? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ask advice from this person. This person will tell you the truth, will be honest, will tell you like it is, like he or she sees it, okay? They will tell you exactly what you want to know. And will help you out if you need to make a plan, if you need to strategize something, to have a strategy, to put a plan in motion. This person will help you. If it's not someone whom you know, it could be get a lawyer, get an accountant, get specialized type of help, even go to the cops. Get help if you truly need it. That's the message from your higher self. At the end of the month, you have the 10 of coins. And what is the message from your higher self to you? It could be that whatever you're thinking, the truth is you are safe. In terms of finances, you have a structure in your life, you have order in your life, you have financial stability, you have a loving family, you have a family who will always be there for you, extended family, not just the family you've created. I'm talking about parents, grandparents, and uncles and cousins and so on. So your family is there for you. You have stability and safety. And the other way that I can read this card is that your higher self is telling you that if you don't have enough money, there will be stability coming your way. There will be in your life at the end of the month something, not necessarily at the end of the month, but there will be signs at the end of the month that proper financial stability is coming your way. It could be a job, but not necessarily. Okay. Again, if you need help, go to your family. Your family will help you. And if it's even in terms of money, they will help you, okay? And that's it, Capricorn. This is the reading that I have for you for December 2016. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.